We will begin with Keith Siegel, joined by Amos Horn and Yair Horn, the brothers of Eitan Horn. Next will be Naama Levi, accompanied by Varda Ben Baruch, the grandmother of Idan Alexander. Next will be Omer Shem Tov, joined by Ayelet Samerano, the mother of Yonatan Samerano. Lately, Doron, standing with Roy Baruch, the brother of Oriel Baruch. Doron will also say a few words in Hebrew.
Hello. I am Keith Siegel. I was held hostage by Hamas for 484 days before my release on the 1st of February 2025. I'm 65 years old. I was born in California and raised in North Carolina. I'm a husband, a father of 4, and a grandfather of 5. I was released just weeks into President Trump's term, along with 37 other hostages. Our freedom represented a breakthrough after more than a year of deadlocked negotiations, a breakthrough that many had thought impossible. My family and I are eternally thankful to President Trump for prioritizing the hostage crisis since day one of his presidency and bringing me and so many others home. As we approach the 100th day of President Trump's administration, as well as Israel's Memorial and Independence Day, I reflect on what true freedom means. My home, Kfar Aza, was a peaceful kibbutz where Aviva and I built our life and raised our family for 41 years. It was a close-knit community filled with warmth and belonging. But on October the 7th, our world was shattered. 64 friends of ours, neighbors of ours, members of our community were murdered, and 19 were brutally kidnapped, including my wife Aviva and myself. I know many who remain in captivity, some from our life in Kfar Aza before October the 7th, and others I met during my time in Gaza. Gali and Ziv Berman have been part of our lives since they were little boys. They grew up on the kibbutz, surrounded by love, filled with dreams and passions, especially a deep love for soccer and music. I think constantly of Matan Angrist. Matan and I spent weeks together in captivity before we were separated. Matan, who was just 21 when he was captured, is severely wounded. Since my return, I've formed a bond with his loved ones who are still waiting and praying for his safe return. I was also held with Omri Miran for months. In captivity, I came to know a man of immense strength and an unbreakable spirit. Omri is a devoted father with 2 young daughters waiting for him at home. Just days ago, Hamas released a video showing Omri marking his 48th birthday in a Gaza tunnel, his 2nd birthday in captivity. They, along with 55 other hostages, have been held in captivity for 18 agonizing months over 570 days ripped away from their families, their dreams, and their lives. Every second of every day, I'm reminded that we cannot truly be free while our people remain in captivity. True independence will only exist when every one of our people is free. Families of hostages still in captivity cannot fully participate in Israel's days of remembrance and celebration. How can they celebrate independence when their loved ones remain in chains? How can they honor the fallen when they don't even have graves to visit? While I stand here today, I carry the heavy burden of knowing what those still in captivity endure every single day. I survived horrors I could never have imagined: starvation, dehydration, relentless humiliation. I witnessed sexual assault. Trapped 130 feet underground in suffocating tunnels, I saw acts of medieval torture that still haunt me. These echoes of suffering have never left me. And for those still held captive, they are not echoes, they are reality. The breakthrough came immediately after President Trump was elected. Negotiations resumed within days, and the deal that brought me home was signed. When I was finally released, I was physically broken, but had fulfilled my promise to Aviva to survive. Thanks to President Trump's decisive action, I was reunited with my family. Weeks after my release, I met President Trump in person, and I saw his deep commitment to bringing all remaining hostages home. As we approach the 77th anniversary of Israel's independence this week, it is well to remember that the United States has been Israel's closest friend and ally, literally since the day the country was founded. It was an American president who was the first world leader to recognize our new state. And now, once again, it is an American president who has prioritized the freedom of the many Israelis who remain in bondage and held in conditions of unspeakable cruelty. As his administration approaches its 100th day, I urge the president to continue his commitment, apply pressure, restart negotiations immediately, and secure a deal now, before it's too late. The remaining 59 hostages deserve the same chance I had, a chance to heal, to reconnect, to live. And for those who were murdered, their families cannot begin to heal without the dignity of a proper burial. For Israel to truly celebrate its independence, every one of its citizens must be free. Thank you.